This is the Hot 7 Nightly News.
Good evening. It is Tuesday, 22nd April 2025. I am Daniela Edwin. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We are on Flow Channel 117, Kiss FM, the Caribbean Hot FM mobile app, and the Caribbean Hot 7 TV Facebook page. Not forgetting those of you using the Hot 7 plug and play antenna. Thank you so much for joining us. April 22nd marked the ceremonial opening of Saint Lucia's Parliament with a morning sitting of the House and the national budget presentation by Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre at 5 p.m. The Prime Minister, also Minister for Finance, offered insight into Saint Lucia's fiscal outlook and continued investment in sports, youth development and infrastructure.
On Tuesday, April 22nd, the Parliament of Saint Lucia resumed with a formal sitting, followed by the much-anticipated budget address from Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre later that afternoon. Speaking in his role as Finance Minister, Pierre highlighted a strong financial close for 2024, especially in the area of sports, while defending the government's track record on development and transparency ahead of the 2026 elections. The Prime Minister spoke with optimism as he reflected on the recent international success of St. Lucian athletes, linking it to increased government investment in sports infrastructure, including a popular sports and events park in Castries. He emphasized that 2025 continues to show positive financial footing for youth and sports development, proof, he says, of the government's commitment to ongoing progress in this sector.
Ended up as a good year for us as far as sports concerned, and looks like we're doing the same 2025. I know the government spends quite a bit of money on facilities. We have started the Professional Cricket League, and that is garnering a lot of support. I don't know whether you guys have been on the newly lit Mindy Phillip Park, and it shows our position on sports is working, and we're very happy.
Turning to the budget address itself, the Prime Minister was quick to clarify that the 2025 fiscal plan is not designed as an election budget despite next year's general elections. Instead, he described it as a continuation of policy priorities and national development strategies established over the past 4 years, with what he called exciting and ambitious initiatives that would be laid out for public scrutiny.
This afternoon is budget, so lots of exciting things for everyone.
Pierre also addressed concerns related to the Global Ports Holding GPH project. He expressed disappointment over what he described as undue political pressure placed on GPH representatives, dismissing it as baseless. Despite the challenges, he welcomed GPH's commitment to redevelop the port. These efforts were recently highlighted during the sword-turning ceremony, during which additional rumors surrounding ownership of the ports were also dismissed for the record by the Minister with responsibility for housing and local government, Honourable Richard Frederick.
GPH has got battered for no reason at all. I mean, it's very sad to see a foreign investor being battered by politicians for no reason. And I'm very happy that apart from looking at what they're doing in the port, they're going to be helping out St. Lucians to improve their lives.
As Parliament reconvenes and the national budget unfolds, the Prime Minister continues to advocate for transparency and development, reassuring the nation that despite looming elections, his government remains focused on sustained progress and the well-being of St. Lucians across all sectors. Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Stevana Francis.
Saint Lucia had one of its greatest showings at the 52nd Carifta Games in Trinidad and Tobago, where they took home 4 medals, led by 15-year-old J.D. Emmanuel, who took home gold in the 100 and 200-meter sprints for the under-17 girls.
During the 52nd Carifta Games, which took place in Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago, from April 19th to the 21st, 2025, Saint Lucia accomplished a remarkable feat. With 4 medals overall, the national team had one of its best results in the history of the competition. J.D. Emmanuel, a 15-year-old Labrie native who won 2 gold medals in the under-17 girls 100 and 200-meter sprints, was at the forefront. Her winning time, 11.50 seconds in the 100 meters, broke the previous national under-18 record, which was held by Olympic winner Julian Alfred. With her 200-meter victory in 23.47 seconds, Emmanuel cemented her place as a rising star in St. Lucian sports. Kenson Casimir, Minister of Youth Development and Sports, commented on the team on their outstanding performance, noting the legendary talent of sprinter J.D. Emmanuel.
I think our young women, they've decided that they're going to take their space in the region and in the world. And they are doing whatever they need to do, be it whatever mental training, whatever physical training, whatever emotional training they need to actually, rise to the challenge. And we've seen that from J.D. Emmanuel, a young athlete, 15 years old, from Labrie. And so we're very proud as a ministry, and I'm sure the Athletics Association, the Olympic Committee, are very happy with her overall performance. And I can say to you from my interaction with her at the Games, what an individual. We have literally another Julian Alfred. If you talk about the mentality, if you talk about the heart, if you talk about the soul of the individual, being somebody who is humbled, we do have that on our hands. And for me as a minister, I really saw what I needed to see on the track, but I really needed to feel what I needed to feel from the individual, and I can tell you, she has it.
The minister also stated that works are being put into place to help the support of upcoming athletic stars.
I can tell you as a cabinet, we've had very, very deep discussions about Jada Emmanuel and of course Naomi London and some of our other athletes, including those in the pool, like Sophia and of course Antoine and Tristan, about how we continue to provide what we need to provide as a government for these individuals. I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, it is the easiest thing for this cabinet of ministers and this prime minister that when I come in as Minister of Sport and I describe what the situation is for those young athletes, to give them the support. It's absolutely mind-blowing how easy it is that the Prime Minister would say, go ahead, Minister, provide that level of support, the documentation, the finances that these individuals need to continue to put Saint Lucia on the map. And we've seen the fruits of that. I can say to you, as a ministry, we have a clearly outlined mannerism in which we develop sports in this island. We have a clearly defined pyramid that all our athletes, all associations, all organizations can get on board with, understanding the base of the pyramid, which is activities, which is grassroots, all the way to high performance that we have programs for right now in this country, and we're seeing how these athletes are doing well.
In an exclusive interview with the Saint Lucia Times, J.D. Emmanuel shared what her reaction to winning offer insight into how she got to where she is today.
I feel very excited. I've been working hard. Although last year I didn't make it to the finals for the 200, I came back this year stronger. And
how did you feel when you came here? What was your level of confidence? What were you thinking when you came in?
I was thinking about winning and achieving my goals.
The Saint Lucia Athletic Association lauded the athletes for their dedication and performance, emphasizing the significance of this accomplishment for the country's sporting future. For Hot 7 TV News, Josiah Bissett reporting.
In celebration of Earth Day 2025, the Saint Lucia Hospitality and Tourism Association and the SunX Institute have officially signed a groundbreaking memorandum of understanding to accelerate the transition to a climate-resilient, low-carbon tourism industry in Saint Lucia. We get the details in this report.
An agreement between the Saint Lucia Hospitality and Tourism Association and the SunX Institute will leverage the island's natural environment, marrying the sector's commitment to offering tourists a raw, authentic cultural experience to its commitment to preserving the island's natural scenery. This memorandum of understanding signing coincides with Earth Day and signals a shared commitment to protecting the planet and empowering communities through climate-smart tourism initiatives. Chief Executive Officer of the SLHTA, Noorani Aziz, emphasized that the partnership will support the SLHTA member companies in aligning their operations with the principles of climate-ready travel that is measured, green, 2025 ready, and climate resilient, as defined by the SunX Institute.
On the heels of a very successful annual general meeting 2025, the SLHTA continues to pursue a year of activities that focuses on exploring the regenerative impact of tourism. We are aiming to measure tourism's impact on our communities, on our economy, on our livelihoods, beyond just hard tourism arrival numbers. On the heels of that, we signed a memorandum of understanding with SunX Malta, a company that pledges to connect with our membership and to not only educate them about what is trending globally in terms of regenerative tourism, but also to work with them to tap databases of travelers who are committed to climate-friendly travel.
As the world unites under the Earth Day 2025 theme, Our Power, Our Planet, this collaboration also prioritizes plastic reduction, waste minimization, and sustainable supply chains as essential components of a tourism innovation. The SLHTA believes in a tourism model that not only sustains but also revitalizes local communities and ecosystems. Aziz further emphasized how local businesses within the industry can adapt their business practices to align with the Caribbean climate's response objectives.
Through their climate-friendly travel initiative, the SLHD is hoping that our members will be able to tap their databases of travelers who are interested in leaving a smaller carbon footprint during their travels and visiting or experiencing vacations at properties whose philosophy of business in this day and age focuses on regenerative tourism initiatives. So everything from using greener chemicals, everything from human resource development practices, everything in terms of ensuring that they collaborate to meet some of the climate-friendly goals by 2050 are going to be taken into consideration as we seek to align our business practices to be more consistent with regenerative tourism practices.
SUNEX is a global leader in climate-friendly travel development, offers research, education, and operational support to help destinations, businesses, and travelers take action to meet the goals of the United Nations 2030-2050 Green and Clean Roadmap. Participants will be included in the CTF registry, connecting Saint Lucia to an expanding global ecosystem of responsible travel businesses and environmentally conscious consumers. The SLHTA and SUNEX therefore encourages all stakeholders, travelers, businesses, and governments to join in embracing climate-friendly travel as a key solution to climate change and a pathway to a fairer, cleaner, and more helpful future for all. Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Jasmine Duncan.
Still in the first segment of the broadcast, the POV. Today you congratulated the Carifta team on bringing home 7 medals and shared what you believed contributed to their success. Here is your point of view.
Well, I must say that I am a damn proud Lucian. Once again and again and again, the Carifta students have made us really proud, especially JD, not to mention those in the swimming. It is indeed a very special time for Saint Lucia. I think that putting people first, putting education first, having a fantastic sports minister, and seeing to the business of the development of our athletes is going to take Saint Lucia all the way to stardom. And I am more than happy and a damn proud Lucian.
I'm a damn proud Lucian. JD, I'm having a toast on you. I'm a little sour. I'm so proud of you, my girl. You made us so proud. You're so young and innocent. I saw you run. I saw your back hurts. I'm so proud of you. Kazame, you're in the right spot. You're really taking our youth to a high level. Saint Lucia kaya mapla. Noni plimon pour monter. JD, moi proud of Walker. Ou we pli vite passer Julian Alfred. Ou really fast. Naomi. Ou Batio. Keep on JD. Keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. Pakitian yen vini away.
JD Manuel, I think she's done well. It's commendable. I think she's setting the pace, just like Julian Alfred. She's setting the pace for other youngsters, and it's great that she has the support of her entire island behind her. This is great, man. It's commendable. I love to see when young people who are talented put themselves to the test.
Okay,
that's a tremendous blessing.
What do you think contributes to the performance of our athletes?
Well, very often, parents play a great role. Most parents, when they discover that their kids, their talents fall in that direction, they encourage them to go to the maximum. And she is now not just making her parents proud, but the island on a whole. And this is great. Tremendous blessings, man.
Great. 4 stars. You couldn't want it better than that. But I think that if we
put things in perspective, what we are beginning to see in Saint Lucia is the leadership of the country under Philip J. Pierre. And what he has done, he has inspired the people, young, old, everybody. And today we are proud. We have this young lady winning 2 gold medals. I think when the entire team comes back, we should give them a hero's welcome. And of course, JJ started it, Juju started it for us. We're on top of the world.
Congratulate our young athletes of this country, because I always say that this country has a lot of sportsmen and sportswomen who just need the helping hand to go forward and to push them forward and stuff. I must give my support to JJ. It was very great of you. I believe that there are a lot of young people who are following the steps of Juju, who have a lot of potential, and they are very focused in whatever they do in sport and activity. So I believe that what we need to do to get these big sponsors, let us start getting our young people back in sport. Let us invest in them, not when they become on the top stage and we're trying to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars, but start from there, start from the preschool, because I believe that even watch the champions, convent school, and I always support convent schools. Convent schools have a lot of athletes, and I think it is time for us, not just government and the whole, but the people of Saint Lucia to support the athletes, our locals. Let's support them. We can make them for our future generation. Tomorrow we might have about, who knows? Tomorrow we might have about 6 Olympics champions. We might have 7. Let us know that. So I congratulate you. I know that the government of Saint Lucia, with the support of my district rep, will give you a support. Thank you, my girl. You have done great for Saint Lucia.
I think they're doing pretty good for now, because a long time ago it was not so good. It was down, very down. Now I think they're improving in the system with the sporting minister and the cultural and the developers of the sporting activity, the football field and the schools, especially the secondary schools, the girls and the boys under 16. Under 18, I think they're accomplishing. I think some of them, they're learning and they're taking the advice of the sporting, which is like they're coming up the ladder, and that's good. Saint Lucia winning all the time. It's a winning game for Saint Lucia. Champion, they are all the time.
Look out for our reporters or head over to our Facebook and Instagram pages at Caribbean Hot 7 TV to share your point of view on trending topics in the news. Coming up next, with gastroenteritis on the rise, citizens are being urged to take precautions. And opposition leader Alan Shastney says he is expecting more lives as budget talks continue. All that and so much more coming up when we return.